You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Mac Jones and Bill Belichick, more specifically Bill Belichick on Mac Jones. Also, we're going to look at something that Tom E. Kernan put up in regards to Patriot fans. He asked them a very specific question about Mac Jones and whether or not you want him back, you don't want him back, do you want him to be a bridge? Where are the Patriot fans? Where do they stand on Mac Jones the other day? Mac Jones threw one of the worst interceptions I have ever seen in all of my life. I mean, the only thing that would have made it worse would have been if it was a blatant pick six, of which Mac's got 3 pick sixes. Maybe he's got more than that. That was as of what I could find October 3rd, I believe, of the year. He had 3 pick sixes already. I mean, really? He's got 6 in his career, but 3 this year. It's been a terrible year for Mac Jones. PFF has updated his status for this week, his grade. It's a nightmare. But first, and let's just start with this, and they're going to elaborate on this on quick slants tonight at 6 o'clock. And no, I'm not affiliated with them, but hey, how about a shout out for them? I listen to Patriots Talk podcast multiple times a week. So, big Tommy Kernan guy. So anyway, here we are right here. And you'll see this. No, sadly, it's too far gone. This is should Mac be back in 2024. He's too far gone, 52.7%. No, I'll boycott if he is back, 16.2%. Now, guys, in case you're wondering, that works out to roughly 69%. So 70% of the fan base, the Patriots fan base, is done with Mac Jones. They're done with Mac Jones. And we can talk about, look, I certainly was the first one to defend him on the Matt Patricia Joe Judge thing. I thought he looked really good his rookie year. I watched every snap he took that year. And I was really looking forward to what he was going to do last year. I mean, who would have thought Bill would have done that? We can talk about the lack of weapons. All of that can be talked about. But he's been terrible. And there's no way around that. PFF has updated his status. Hey, he did drop to number 2, tied for number 2 in the league with the second most interceptions. Josh Allen, the great Josh Allen, is now leading the league in interceptions. It's so bad with Buffalo that Ken Dorsey, the OC, just got fired. I put out a video on that, but that just gives you an idea of how bad it is. I mean, look, Jimmy Garoppolo has got 9, I think, this year. Jimmy's been benched. Mac Jones has been benched now. And who knows if he's getting his job back. Mac Jones is currently and still the 30th ranked quarterback out of 38 potential quarterbacks that have played in the NFL. And we're talking about guys like Tyson Bagent is down below him. Gardner, believe it or not, that shocked me. I figured Gardner Minshew was ranked higher. Bryce Young, who's been a dumpster fire for the Carolina Panthers. Desmond Ridder, who's been benched this year, is behind Mac Jones. But Zach Wilson right now is a better quarterback, technically speaking, by the way of PFF, than Mac Jones. So let's get to Bill Belichick. This is what he said about Mac Jones. And as you can expect in true Bill Belichick fashion, we didn't get much. We didn't. Following a 10-6 loss to the Colts in Germany, where the Patriots offense couldn't get in the end zone once, Belichick didn't say much about the status of the quarterbacks going forward. Listen, Bill, okay? At this point, I don't think it matters if you play Bailey Zappe or Will Grier or Mac Jones. None of the 3 and playing elusive to the next game, none of that matters to the next team they're playing. They don't care. I mean, they are interchangeably worse at this point. Honestly, I actually think Bailey Zappe is still a worse quarterback than Mac Jones, but I just don't think it matters now, okay? I don't think it matters, at least at this point, hey, tank. Because I do think Belichick's gone at the end of the year. I think it'll be a mutual parting. If he does have another team lined up, there'll be a trade or something. I don't get trading for Bill, but okay. Would the Patriots trade Bill to the Bills? Nah, surely not. Surely not. Quote, this is what he said, by the way. Quote, we have a lot of things to work on this week as a team. We'll work through those. That is what we are going to do this week, Belichick said Tuesday via the Boston Globe. So in other words, he didn't say anything, really. He didn't say anything. Again, if you're trying to play and we know how coaches are, I don't want to give up my hand if the other team thinks we may be starting another. It doesn't matter. It's Bailey Zappe versus Mac Jones versus Will Grier. I don't think it matters. So Tommy Kernan and Phil Perry, the senator, and Tom Giles were on NBC Sports Boston, right? And Tommy Kernan made some remarks about Mac Jones, and he thinks it's a wrap too. Quote, I don't want to get into the whole Bailey Zappe versus Mac Jones quarterback room, Kernan said. Mac Jones will be better than Bailey Zappe. He will have a better career than Bailey Zappe. Will have a better career than Will Grier. It's just not going to happen here in New England. That's interesting. To Kernan's point, Jones likely will be the most successful quarterback out of those currently rostered, but it's looking like that won't happen here. Quote, that ship has sailed. Kernan said of Jones, pull him out, see what you have in Grier, see what you have in Zappe, find a way to end the season, cut who you have to cut, and move on. And honestly, I don't think you can trade Mac because I believe the one guy in the NFL, and this is where it does look sort of bleak. Now, I guess I shouldn't say that because if the Cowboys are willing to give up a fourth for Trey Lance, Mac Jones is light years better than Trey Lance. So if they're willing to give up a fourth for Trey Lance, you would think, but the Cowboys now are realizing they overpaid, by the way. Just a side note to that. So let's say you get a fifth or a sixth for Mac. You take it, right? The one guy, though, the clear-cut dude that would have traded for Mac Jones was Josh McDaniels, and now he has no job. Now, doesn't mean that Josh McDaniels won't get a quarterback's coaching job next year, won't end up getting an OC job next year, although I preach caution in that to any team that's going to do it. But that you get my point. Wherever Josh McDaniels lands, that's the team you want to draw a line to on Mac Jones, because I do think, for whatever reason, their two personalities mesh together. I mean, Mac's this big Josh McDaniels fan, and Josh McDaniels is a big Mac Jones fan. Maybe that should tell everybody all they need to know about that situation and what's going on there. So there we have it. Bill Belichick did not give us anything. Patriot fans, done. They're done. They're done with, look, when 70% of your fan base is out, that's kind of like the poll we went and looked at one time where right after the Browns traded for Deshaun Watson, it wasn't even right after. I think it was a few months after the trade happened. Somebody in Cleveland, a media personality in Cleveland, put up a poll. Would you rather have Baker Mayfield? Would you rather have Deshaun Watson? It got 25,000 votes, and basically 67% of the fan base still wanted Baker Mayfield. I don't blame you. Baker's balled out this year, by the way. If you have not looked at what it is Baker has done, go check it out. Even in games some of the games they've lost, Baker Mayfield has played well this year. He has. There's no way around that. Somebody suggested they go get Baker Mayfield that covers the Patriots. I don't know who it was, but it was signed them. Was it Girardi? It was Girardi or Phil Perry, one of the two, I think. Said, go get Baker and use him as a bridge if you draft a quarterback. I mean, I don't know about that. I think if you were going to go after Baker, you probably should have done it like last year or before this season started. But I'm sure they thought with Bill O'Brien that Mac Jones was going to bounce back. I can tell you right now, if Baker had been on this team, no Chris Godwin, no Mike Evans, Baker would have had a terrible year on this team too. All right? He would have. Because that Carolina team didn't have much on it, and Baker wasn't very good with them. He went to the Rams, got a couple of weapons to throw to all of a sudden. Remember, Baker looked better, and then Baker's looked good this year. Quarterbacks have to have some people to throw to. That is a thing, no matter what. So, tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.